Who is Milton Sperber?
Milton Sperber was my father, your grandfather, born in 1925 in Newark, New Jersey. Went to Weequahic High School, married his high school sweetheart, Barbara Fantel. Was in the service in World War II in the Navy. Was sent to Japan in that theater. Was somebody I miss to this very day. Passed away in 1990.
You mentioned he was in the service in World War II. Anything interesting he might have ever told you about that?
Well, surprising you ask. When I was a young child learning about World War II in grammar school, I would ask my father about it, or try to, and I couldn't understand. He would never speak about it. He had trouble talking about the war, and I couldn't understand why as a young boy, and basically understood much later that he was on a destroyer in the Navy, hit by kamikazes, lost friends, and it was just very hard. He could never speak of it. Now, when he came back from the war, 1945, he was stationed in Rhode Island. And in the winter of that year, he got very ill. He caught pneumonia to the point where my grandmother was called up to see him, and they were giving him last rites. He was almost gone, and they came in with a new drug, penicillin. That obviously worked. That's why we're all here today. That's one of the famous stories that I know about my father's service report.
Do you have any fond memories of your father that you'd like to share?
Most of my memories of my father is that, unfortunately, that he wasn't around much. He was working all the time. He was a truck driver for many years. Left the house before I woke up, and usually came home when it was dark. Unfortunately, on the weekends, he basically cut the grass on a Sunday morning and slept on the couch most of the day. I can tell you he was a big baseball fan. He was a major Yankee fan, Joe DiMaggio fan. Giants, that was basically Knicks, Giants, and Yankees. When he finally retired, I remember him being around a little more, and we would, spend a little more time together. But unfortunately, most of my lifetime, he was not around much.
Do you have any possessions of his that you cherish, maybe?
Well, I have his Navy picture from, I'm guessing he was 18 years old, because he was when he basically, before he graduated high school, he enlisted in the Navy in 1943, I want to say. I also have, as I said earlier, he passed away in 1990, so I have his flag, his military flag that they fold up. So another fond memory I have of that is when I was given his flag when he passed away. Basically it was put on a shelf in a closet. And when my daughter was very young, I was babysitting my daughter and my niece. They actually were playing upstairs, and I guess they found it, and they come downstairs with the flag unfolded. Okay, and at first I didn't know how to handle that, and basically after I came back to myself, a little emotional, I explained to my daughter and my niece what the flag meant and what it was, in the service people, when they pass away, the military or Navy hands out these flags folded a special way. Well, many years later, my daughter was dating her boyfriend was in the Navy, and for Christmas one year, they surprised me they went and got the flag. He knew how to fold it. They folded it up and framed it, which I have today. Very cherished piece of memorabilia of my father.